Good morning YouTube, Loftybiker here. I'm up at Damerells again, bike testing. Finally got some metal to have a go at. Today I'm taking out the 2022 Honda NT1100 DCT model. Looking forward to this one. If you're interested, stick around. Okay YouTube, here we are. Africa Twin in miniature. Okay, we've got a brand new bike. Barely running. I'll just stick it in Sport 2 because it'll be a little bit livelier. I was going to take the Suzuki out first, but it's not actually arrived yet. It's on its way. So here we are. I'll just nip up to the petrol station, put some petrol in. I've got the screen on the lowest setting, but it's, like I say, it's a brand new bike and there's no fuel in it, so I'm just going to nip up to the petrol station and put a bit of fuel in. It's basically an Africa Twin. Different subframe on the back, different forks and right angle, and no IMU, but more or less everything else the same. The gearbox has been reconfigured slightly from the Africa Twin version, but we'll find out in a minute. The handlebars are lovely and the foot pegs are so comfortable. I've got to say, the initial feeling is it's so much more comfortable than the RS. Less sporty feeling, more Tudor feeling. Anyway, I'll put some fuel in. I'll be back with you in a sec. Okay, so let's just have a quick reprise of what we've got here. We've got the 2022 Honda NT1100 in DCT format. So if any of you have actually ridden the Africa Twin, the dash and everything will feel very normal. And if you've ridden any of the DCTs, they're all pretty much the same. They do tend to learn the way you ride after a while, but they're good. I've ridden a few, so I'm fairly comfortable with it. It's not the best of days for test riding bikes. We've got a bit of rain and mizzle about, so we'll see how we get on. As I say, I'm running in Sport 2. The first thing you do notice is mirrors are pretty good, but the switchgear is extremely cluttered. Oh, here we go, just nibble it round. Virtually impossible to stall, which is something people they find a bit awkward in the first ride. As you see, I've always ridden scooters and whatever, so I'm used to twist and go. But this is a slightly different system. It's not a constant velocity like on a scooter. It's an actual dual clutch, pre-select. So it more or less anticipates where you're going to next. So here we go into a 50. We've got brand new tyres on, just be careful. Just pull it back a bit. Yeah, very grunty. Quite a lot of torque in the engine. I do like the dash. I think it's a lovely dash. So here we go down the hill. It whizzes up to 50 quite quickly. I'm going to keep it in sport mode while I'm round the back lanes and towns and whatever. If I was out on the A38 or the A30, I would definitely put it in drive, but I will do in a bit just to show you. The steering is extremely balanced. You need very little effort to initiate a turn. It's very easy to move about on the road, whether you want to be in the left side of the lane or over to the middle or the right. So we're in 5th gear, fairly vibey, but I think that is because of the parallel twin. It's 1100cc parallel twin with a 270-degree crank throw, which does give it that little bit of a vibe, if you feel, more like a V-twin rather than an old 180-degree parallel, if you know what I mean. The initial feeling of the seat was quite firm, but to be honest, it's pretty comfortable. It's not bad at all. I've not actually touched the flappy paddles at all yet. I've not actually needed it. As I say, we're in a nice 50 on a wet road with new tyres, so we're taking our time. I've been looking forward to riding this bike for quite a while. I'll just lift my visor up. The NT. We've got no emergency brake assist or brake hold, which is a shame on a big bike, but that would have been very nice. But just looking at the dash, we've got a USB to the right hand side, and we've got a powerlet socket to the left. Very handy. There is a handbrake on this, so as when you park it, you just drop the handbrake in, because of course there's no gears. It's not actually in a selected gear while the engine's off. Nice big wide bars. In general, I think the bike's got a fairly premium feel about it. You just drop the throttle off and you're doing 30, lovely. Although we are still in 30, it just dropped itself into 2nd there, very nice. We have got cruise control. You push the button to activate it. Not exactly sure how that works. I've activated it. Missed it up a bit because it's wet. It's got a plus and minus on it. I'll just get around these lanes. No, I'm not sure how the cruise control works. I'll have to have a word with Mark when we get back. You can tell it's a brand new bike. Everything's just that little bit tight. The engine ain't loosened up, the gearbox ain't been loosened up. But how good's that to actually take a brand new bike out? Fabulous, really, isn't it? Yeah, Sport 2's quite nice in amongst the town, the traffic here. Now don't pull out on me, mate, that's it. You stay there, be a nice chappy. Just dribbling through nice and easy. Yeah, the seat cups are at the back. It's nice, you can get yourself wedged in. As you know, I'm 6'5", I've got my knees wedged in, feel quite comfy. Just hang on a bit here. Slow manoeuvres is an absolute doddle. Nice big screen, isn't it? I'm just going to pull over a bit here because the big green van is quite large. There we go. So up the hills, changing gear itself naturally, lovely. Just getting a bit misted, I'll just open my visor a smidge. Past the petrol station, we'll take a right. I'll just getting my muscle memory sorted where these indicators are. I don't really want to mess about with too much because that does look quite good. So let's rip it up to the... Yeah, up to illegal speeds, ever so easy. Holds a really good line. The actual figures, it doesn't sound a big bike, but I'm 6'5", as I say, and I'm finding this extremely comfy. I don't think the big lads will have much trouble with the legroom situation. It is, your legs just fall lovely to the pegs. I'll show you what it looks like when we pull over. Front brake seems quite nice considering it's brand new. I'll have a look at the brakes in a sec. Yeah, it's quite active in S2. You've got 3 sport modes and drive, of course. If you just cruise it around 2 up, just put it in drive and relax. But of course, if you want a bit more of a spirited ride, you can put it in Sport 1 where it holds onto the gears a little bit longer. And likewise Sport 2 and Sport 3, which is the more aggressive. But the good thing is, if you feel that you're in not quite the right gear, you just give the flappy paddle a flap. And you just... all of a sudden, there you go, it's changed into third nicely, and you're approaching, and you think, well, I don't really want to be in second. Just knock it back down into second or third, you're away. It soon becomes intuitive. We're coming up to a national. Here we go. Just give it a back brake a bit of a feel round the bend in the wet. It's okay. It's a very new brake. Yeah, plenty of power, plenty of torque. So we'll go around the bend here. There's the big quarry on the straight. We're doing about 40, 45, nothing behind. Let's give the brakes a go. Yeah, more than enough on that front brake. And did you notice it dropped it down to second, didn't stall, and we pulled away. So coming round the bend, nice and steady down the hill, up to 40 odd again. Just give the back brake a go. Now there's not a lot there, it's just locking the ABS, but only slightly. So we'll get going again. 50, both brakes. Yeah, emergency stop, absolute doddle. I know you're all saying it hasn't got a shaft, it's a train drive. Do you know, I'm exactly the same. I feel the same. It's just chain drive. It's the only thing that puts me off. But to be honest with you, is it that big a deal? It comes with a centre stand standard. Centre stand standard on this model. ET grips are standard. Panniers are standard. You can get a top box, beautiful looking top box. Mark's got it in the shoulder, I've seen it. It's got a backrest on for the pillion. Yeah, quite a big one. I believe the Shad, the made by Shad. The same that make the BMW stuff. Cracking bit of kit. I'm actually misting up a bit. I'm frightened to open the vents in case you can't hear me. There we go. I'm quite looking forward to giving you a look-see, the show round. It's got road text on it. Metzeler road text, that is good as sport touring tyres you can buy. I think if you was to buy this bike, you would probably keep the tyres and have another set. They're very good. There we go. Holding a nice line. As I say, I have missed it a little bit. I've got the screen in the low setting, and I'm getting no buffeting. It's very much like, feels very much like my RS. Keep it in the low position, you get a bit of wind blast, but you don't get any buffeting. I don't like buffeting. And I did find the Africa Twin a bit of a pain for the buffeting, so we're going to chuck a left here. There we go, just steady it on the back brake. National. How about that? That's got plenty of power. 100 brake, more than enough for anybody. Let's just turn it round. Lovely big wide handlebars. They make this so easy. We dropped into one, all on its own. How about that? So, let's just show you the bike then. So put it in neutral. Side stand is very easy to find. Off we get. Right, let's have a look at it. Okay, YouTube, so here we are. Honda NT1100 with the DCT. So let's just see what it's like to get on the centre stand. Engage, up and over. How about that? So, up on the centre stand. Lovely looking bike, isn't it? What do you think? I'm quite impressed. We'll just knock it off. Bring it back inside. Okay, so leg over. There we are. He's all of me, 6'5". There's the leg room. Plenty of cut out in the front there, as you can see. Slightly over the 90-degree bend, but not a lot. Not bad at all, is it? What do you think? I'll just come forward slightly and put the handbrake on. I'm quite impressed, actually. In fact, I'm very impressed. It's a nice looking bike and it goes well. Yeah, let's just show you around and have a talk about it. It's very, very, very windy today. So what do you reckon? I'll go all the way around first. I'll put the lights on for you. Give it a bit of a sound check. Rack's good, isn't it? You could put a bag on there. The top box just locates in lovely. So here we go. So let us show you. Into life it goes. It is a touch screen. A touch sensitive. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, connectivity and all that rest of that nonsense. Here he goes. The rider is responsible. Okay, we know that. There's the dash. I'll just lift it up a little bit onto its... What do you think? Start it up. So when you start it up, it's nice and quiet. Bit of a hill. How about that? Side stands on. Just come round the back. Let you have a bit of a listen. Are you listening? What do you think? Quite throaty, isn't it? Quite a throaty bike. Let's turn it off. So here we go. We got handbrake, front brake, standard rear brake. No pedals. I don't know whether you can have the pedal on this one, the up and down shifter, but it's not necessary. Flappy paddles, down shift, up shift, lights, telephone answer, that's your FN button for your modes. You've got all sorts of nonsense around here. Probably take me a while to get used to it, but I would get used to it. Keyed, it's keyed. Thank God for that, we got a key, proper motorbike. So here we go. So there's your mode button. You knock it into gear. You can have automatic or manual, and then you click down for your whether you want it in S mode or manual mode. Engage the cruise control, push down to set, then up and down. Finally found it. There's an FM button there on the top. Oh, here we go. Automatic heated grips, speakers, auto. So we're in tour mode. I'm leaving it in tour. I'm not going to mess with it because it's fine. But you can change the screens and all sorts of stuff. It's something, if you're going to buy one, I think you'd probably enjoy messing about with it yourself, to be fair. Mirrors are pretty effective, not bad at all. Screen's a bit of a funny one. As I say, I've got it in the lowest setting. I will show you how to adjust it. You have to be a little bit brutal with it. Just give me a sec. So the screen. You can't do it on the run. You cannot alter it on the run. So you grab the sides there, you pull. It's quite stiff, it's brand new. There it is. When it comes up, it comes quite vertical. Sometimes that does create buffeting. So down you go. I'll have another go. So it's best to have it about where the wind deflectors are. Just pull it, up it goes. There's various 2, 3, 4 to 5 different settings. As I say, I'm leaving it, always leaving it in the low. Righto, so let's have a little bit of chat about everything else. So we've got twin discs up front, Nissins. As I say, we've got slightly shorter forks than the Africa Twin. It looks like it could do with a fender extender badly. Radiators fairly exposed at the front. There's the Damerells. Not bad, are they? Quite modern now. The indicators are on all the time, like a driving indicator, and they do flash when you put the indicator on. So let's just show you. Off. On the other way. Not bad, are they? Quite a tidy looking engine. No cubby boxes or anything, but the panniers are quite big. As I say, it's chain drive. We've got a remote preload adjuster here to whap the preload up. As I say, I'm 6'5" and I'm having no problems with it. LED lights all round. I do think it's nice it comes with a centre stand. I think that's a real nice little addition. As I say, the panniers aren't on because he's not got all the rack fitted yet, but the panniers come standard. Right, so let's get the information out and give you the talk through. What exactly we got? Honda NT1100. It's 1100cc parallel twin, 270-degree throw, lifted straight out of the Africa Twin. Comes with panniers standard. It's a 1084cc, 101 brake horsepower at 7,500 revs. It has got 77 foot-pounds of torque at 6,250 revs. That's pretty damn good, that is. 6-speed manual, which I believe you can have a quick shifter or you can have the DCT. We've got a 20.4 litre fuel tank, and the seat is I would call it a mid-range seat, 820mm. I find it dead easy to touch the floor, and I would imagine even shorter people will still touch the floor. 238 kilos for the manual, 248 for the DCT. Yours allow about 10 kilos extra for DCT. We've got a 6.8-inch TFT screen with full connectivity. LED lighting all round, USB socket and a power LED socket, like I say. You can buy them in white, black or grey. Standard road rubber, 120/70 17 and 180 55 17. As I say, ET grip standard, fantastic. Centre stand standard, fantastic. Panniers, fantastic. How much is it going to cost? I daren't tell you. The manual, 12 grand. Not bad, eh? DCT, 13 grand. 13 grand. Well, when you think the Tracer 9 GT is about the same price, 13 grand, this looks better. Probably not quite as exciting, but for me, far better ride. The subframe on the back, for instance, you can carry a pillion, you can carry luggage. The Tracer 9, it's a solo bike. Once you go 2 up, you can't carry luggage. This bike, well, I tell you what, if you want one of these, I suggest you go and order one immediately, because they will sell like hot cakes. Okay, get me helmet on, give it a razz down the hill. Okay, here we go. Side stand up, select drive. Just knocked it in sport again. So, let's give it a bit of a razz down the road, shall we? Indicate. Second gear. Nice and smooth. Yeah, there's plenty of pulling on those front forks. I'll just nip in through here. There we go. So, 30 mile an hour, second gear, pull back the throttle. We're in third already. Okay, not bad at all. I've got the cruise control on, so you just push the button in to activate, push down to set, then you go up and down on the flappy paddle to speed up and slow down. Right then, I'll just signal change gear, move over a lane, showing 9 degrees. The Bluetooth's active. Of course, I've not got nothing connected to it. I don't want to play with that today. So it's a little bit snatchy, but like I say, it's a brand new engine. It's not really loosened up yet. So round we come, indicate and go. Mirrors are clear. Oh yes, it's absolutely lovely. Sitting at a steady 70, knock the cruise control on. There we are. Hands-free motoring. Absolutely beautiful. I know screens are a very important aspect for bikers, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go round again. I'm going to pull up and I'm going to put the screen in the highest position just to let you know what it's like. If you've enjoyed it anyway, don't forget to subscribe, you know. Ring the bell, hit the like, leave me a message, have a chat anytime. So I'm just going to pull up here, nice and steady, nice and safe. There we go. So I'll pull my visor down so you can see. Hands on the side, up. How easy is that? Side stand up. Let's go. This time I'm going to leave it in drive. Standard drive mode. Let this white Audi come round. So there we go. Same again, coming down. We're already in third gear and we ain't done nothing yet. It's in fourth. It's a bit laboured, but it's okay. Right, so let's pull the throttle back. Don't pick up until you get to 50, then it starts to pick up nice. Nice and smooth, nice and easy. We're doing 80 miles an hour before we even realise. I'm just going to throttle off. Now, to be fair, that screen isn't bad at all. It's keeping a bit of the wind off, and I'm getting no buffeting. So I'd say, for a sports tourer, that's a pretty damn good screen. Right, I'll knock it down into sport again, and I'll go up the hill in sport. Nice. I haven't really, when I took the Africa Twin out last year, I did have to play around with the flappy paddles more. I do think they've configured the gearbox quite well on this. Here we go. Indicate, have a look. Clear. Let's go. Yeah, it goes ever so nice in sport. I've got to say, I do like this bike. Okay, it's not got 125, 135 of the 1200s and the 1250 BMs. I don't think you need all that. This is more than adequate. Be nice to try it 2 up. Give you that feel of what it goes like 2 up. But still, I'm pretty damned impressed. As a package, what is it, 13 grand? With panniers, with centre stand, with ET grips. I wonder what the waiting list is on. What the lead-in time is. Anyway, here we are, we're back at Damerells. I've got some other bikes to test out. So it's the Lofty Biker here saying, thanks for watching, folks. Ta-da for now. Ta-da.